Chances are you've heard all about the Paiute ATV Trail. Its fame has spread worldwide, with thousands coming to ride its hills and valleys. Much less is known of the Gooseberry Trail system, just a few short miles away near Salina. But what the Gooseberry lacks in notoriety, it makes up for in spectacular riding. Much of the trail is accessible only on ATVs or UTVs with a 50-inch wheelbase, meaning the bulk of today's side-by-sides are too wide. The two-track nature of much of the Gooseberry system rolls right through some of the most scenic of Utah's forests. Small lakes full of rainbow, tiger trout, or brook trout dot the trail system, ideal for a quick overnight trip. Or string a multiple-day adventure together and sample all the various species. You never know who you might bump into on the ride. We met up with Idaho's Clark Collins, the man who in 1987 formed the Blue Ribbon Coalition, the nation's first organization representing the interests of OHV trail users. The group has been a bulwark against those who would lock up public lands and waterways for the use of an elite few.
Wilderness movement is an ongoing concern. There really needs to be an alternative to wilderness designation. And when I was still with the Blue Ribbon Coalition, I was involved in helping to push a backcountry designation to protect the backcountry recreation opportunities, but to be an alternative to wilderness designation, because wilderness designation cuts out the majority of the users.
Collins just happened to be riding the Gooseberry Trail with friends that day, friends he brought in from Washington State. The word is getting out. The Gooseberry system, part of the Great Western Trail system, is a must-see, with its alpine and subalpine terrain, numerous small lakes, and dramatic views. The Gooseberry above Salina is like putting a trail system in the Uintas, but without the environmentalist whining.
You definitely see a lot of meadows, a lot of enclosure, a lot of thick brush. You know, there's some obstacles on a lot of these trails, so you got to pay attention to what you're doing. And some of the mud holes, you know, check them out as you go through them, take them easy, and you know, we want to also tread lightly as well.
This week, thousands will flock to Marysvale for the annual Paiute ATV Jamboree. They'll sample world-class riding and hospitality. But when it's over, the wise rider will head just a few miles north and find another bit of ATV heaven with less traffic, but all the scenery Utah is famous for.